today's video, I'm going to be giving you guys the highly requested Q&A, get ready with me, like we're on FaceTime / advice video. My first period story, spending time with Jesus without getting distracted. Borderline fake, and you can tell. How to tell if my crush likes me when he's giving mixed signals. Hey guys, it's me, Beth. Welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, welcome. I had you guys send me questions on Instagram and YouTube, and you guys came through. You guys put in so many juicy things for me to answer. Yeah, I'm very excited. I have so much to get into, so without further ado, I'm gonna put my Get Ready With Me headband on, and we're just gonna get right into it. Okay, while I'm doing my skincare, I'm gonna answer the most basic questions first to kind of get them out of the way, and my camera's about to die. Okay, I'm back. My camera is charged, and I changed my shirt to go to youth group because today is like the Valentine's Day party. But anyways, first question is, how old are you? I am 15 years old. What are your favorite songs / singers? Okay, so let me look at my music. Hold on. My favorite song right now is Blue by Young Kai. I don't really usually listen to this artist, but it's such a cute song that I discovered recently. Anyways, my favorite artists are Forrest Frank, Olivia Rodrigo, Lord Huron, Gracie Abrams. Megan Maroney is definitely one of my favorites too. Taylor Swift sometimes. How old were you when you first started your channel? I was 6 years old. I always would make like toy videos and like skits. My mom managed my channel, but as I got older, I started to learn how to edit on my own, like on my family iPad and stuff. My channel kind of grew with my interests, but then I privated all my old and cringy videos and rebranded to like vlogs and stuff like that when I was 10. So when you go down to the first video on my channel, it's from when I kind of restarted and renamed my channel and stuff like that. When did you start believing in God / how did you find a godly relationship so young? I've always grown up in church. I've always believed in God. There's never been a time where I was like atheist or something. I started going to youth group so soon, and I started just getting involved as young as I could because I always have believed in God. So that's just something that I got into young. Got into Bible studying when I was like, I want to say 12, but it might have been sooner. I do not regret it. The earlier you start, the better. What is your favorite style of dance? It's definitely lyrical / contemporary. I also love ballet too, but it's not like my favorite right now. Actually, I'm having my first dance competition this Sunday of the season and in my whole life, and my solo is a lyrical solo. And someone also asked, which styles do you think are the easiest / hardest to learn? I feel like the easiest one, some people might disagree with me, but I think it's ballet because I feel like it's just a good foundation to start off with and ease into trying other stuff. I started ballet first when I was younger, and then I got into other styles a little later. So I was never always doing contemporary jazz, hip hop, all that stuff. Like, I started late, so do not think that it's too late for you to start if you've been stuck with ballet. I've never even done tap before, so I don't have a say on tap. I feel like when you've done ballet for so long, you can adapt to other styles easier than if you were always doing those styles and then trying to adapt to ballet. I feel like ballet dancers can always get better at hip hop and jazz and stuff like that, but if you're like prominently jazz and hip hop, it's hard for you to adapt to ballet. So that's my opinion on that. Something in my eye, and it's really annoying me right now. Another super frequent I'm gonna crash out. Another super frequently asked question that I got was, how do I Bible study, or if I could make like a whole video about that, which people did ask me that before I filmed my last long video. I did just make a how I Bible study tutorial with all the details and stuff, so if you haven't seen it, the link will be up in the iCard. What is your favorite way to spend time with Jesus? My favorite ways are to like listen to some worship music in my room, or just Bible study in general in the mornings. I just love listening to worship music while I get ready. Like when I curled my hair today, I was listening to my worship playlist. How long have you been dancing? I've been dancing for 12 years. What is your workout / stretch routine? I have it in my notes app of like my entire workout routine. I don't have much of a like stretch routine that I have written down. I just kind of do my splits and my lunges. I worked towards my splits a few years ago, so all I need to do now is just like stretch them every day. But here's my workout routine that I do pretty persistently. I usually focus on doing my workout routine on the days that I don't have dance. I can't remember if I put this on my cheeks or not, so I'm just gonna do it again. What's your favorite Bible verse? So this is always changing as well, but right now my favorite is Romans 8:18. For the pain that you are enduring right now cannot compare to the joy that is coming, or something like that. I'll put it on the screen. The next question that a lot of people surprisingly asked for, what is my first period story time? I got my first period when I was 12. It was April 2022, and thank goodness I was at home when it happened. I was starting to like kind of feel crampy. I know people always say you don't get cramps until after your first period, but honestly I kind of got them. So then I was kind of thinking like, what have I eaten? Like, what is making my stomach hurt? Because this is super unusual. It just didn't feel right. I also had just had a sleepover with my friend Penny, and she was at my house, but I still just did not feel good the whole time. Then as soon as she left, I, you know, was just in the bathroom, and then there it was. I kind of knew that it was going to be coming soon because I was 12, almost 13, so I was like, I'm probably going to get my period at some point this year. It's here now. But it was 3 days before Easter. I had just bought a brand new white skirt from American Eagle to wear on Easter. Never worn it before. I literally bought it like 1 day prior getting my period. I was like, well, great. I'm wearing this white skirt and I'm most likely gonna ruin it the first time I wear it. I just wore black biker shorts under it. You could kind of see through it, but it was okay. I just had to work with it. And I wore 2 pads, like, for double protection, and nothing happened. It worked. Skirt is not stained. I still have it. That's basically my first period story. How do you motivate yourself to put everything away and spend time with God after a long day? I do my Bible studying in the morning, but at night I love to write in like one of my journals, pray, listen to worship music, all that stuff. But it obviously doesn't happen for me every single day. When I want to worship, I don't really play it out loud because I feel like I can still be prone to distraction. So I just put my headphones in and just worship. Kind of get into that position before you're even ready to. Just kind of go for it before you get the chance to even get unmotivated. Once you start, you're gonna want to finish. Set a habit to pray before I lay down. If I'm really tired, yeah, I'll sit up for a second and then lay down, but I always try to pray before my head hits the pillow. I don't know when I started doing that, but I feel like ever since I can remember, I've always done that. How do you move on from them? So prayer journals do help a lot. I actually have a breakup journal. It's like my blue journal that I showed you guys in my Bible study tutorial. As soon as I got broken up with, not as soon as I did, but like that night, I started the prayer journal and I said, I'm gonna track my progress till I don't think about journaling anymore. I would highly recommend doing that just to keep track of your progress. You can kind of write down what you want to look for next time. Also, out of sight, out of mind. Do not look at y'all's texts between each other and do not look at the photos of you guys. I just allowed myself a couple weeks to just do what I wanted, feel my feelings, looked at the text when I wanted to, all that stuff, because it's kind of a part of the healing progress. But then when it got to a certain amount of time, I stopped myself, and then I took all of the photos and I did not delete them, but I put them in my hidden album. So if you can't really get yourself to delete them, it might make you feel better if you just hide them, so it's just kind of out of your sight, out of mind, even if you don't want to delete them. I did go through my camera roll and delete most of them, but I didn't delete everything. Like, there was just some stuff that I just didn't really want to delete. Put them in your hidden, but do not let yourself look at the hidden. You just gotta kind of let yourself heal, because you will eventually move on and you will eventually get over this person, but you cannot contact them either. Like, if it's their birthday, don't happy birthday way back into your life. To be honest with y'all, I had to stop myself from doing this too, because we broke up 3 days before his birthday and a month before mine, which I knew we weren't really gonna be on terms by my birthday. But like, if it's 3 days later, like, yeah, you're gonna be like, oh, like, this can slide. Nope. Did not text him. Don't text them. Don't talk to them in person unless y'all like have to be friends still because of like your family, blah blah blah. So distance yourself. Do not break no contact. Do not look at your text and photos from the past. Do not try to get together with them, because that's just, no, it'll happen on its own. Just keep praying about it. Know that God's plan is always better, and if y'all were not meant to be together, then y'all weren't gonna end up being together. And just have peace in knowing that you will find somebody that will treat you much better. That is something you try to avoid when dating someone. I've only dated one person, as you probably know. I don't have a whole bunch of experience with dating. I feel like even though our relationship wasn't necessarily toxic and there wasn't like a crazy amount of red flags, he just broke up because he lost feelings for me, I still learned a lot from that I can avoid in my next relationship, I guess. Not all of this applies to my ex. Don't date a man, or a boy in this case, that only talk to you or would act like he likes you only when it's convenient for him. This is very random, but I feel like that one girl who always like makes advice TikToks and she like talks like this. I don't know if you guys know who I'm talking about, but I think her name's like Nikki. But anyways, they should always love you whenever. Every day they will wake up and text you good morning first, and they will show interest in you every day. They're only just doing it every now and then and like leaving you on deliver for days. Like, no. Even if you know that they go to church and stuff, be very careful when it comes to that, because even if they say that they have a Bible verse in their bio, does that mean they have it in their heart? It just all comes down to discernment. Next question is, my boyfriend hasn't told his parents about us and it's been 2 months. What should I do? That's crazy. First of all, maybe he's probably just scared that his parents are gonna make him break up with you. I don't know if he's like allowed to date or not. So many reasons why he couldn't be telling them, but if it's simply just because he doesn't want to tell them, then that's honestly a little messed up. You could have a little talk with him about it. Just be like, I would feel much more comfortable if you told your parents, because like, I don't know if you have, but if you have, you could be like, I told mine. I think it would only be fair if you told yours too. So then maybe they can meet each other. Or you could be like, hey, my mom wants to meet your mom. And then he'll be like, oh, well, I haven't told my mom. And then you'd be like, well, go tell her. And then he'll have to, but that's kind of messed up. It's already been 2 months, like you said. So if it continues to take a really long time, I would consider talking to him about it. So many things that could possibly be happening here, but I just can't really tell. But if that was you that submitted that question on my Instagram, comment down below and give me more information, and I might be able to talk to you about it. Same with anybody that put like specific situations in this video. Comment down below if you want to talk more about it, and I'll be glad to answer you guys, because I did not have time to answer all of the questions. Obviously, there were so many. What are signs of a toxic friend? Okay guys, if they make you feel like you have to downplay your wins for them to make them feel better about themselves, then they're not a real friend. They need to be happy for you no matter what. Someone who's nice to you when y'all are just hanging out one-on-one but really rude to you in front of your other friends, that's definitely a sign of a toxic friend. If they possessive over you and don't let you hang out with other people, maybe they're just completely rude to you in general, even when no one else is around either. That's definitely another red flag. And if you're just hanging out with other friends in general and they are leaving you out, and if they're not honest with you, if they're completely borderline fake and you can tell, you're like, does this shirt look good on me or should I wear this one? And you can tell that they're not honest and they're setting you up to make you look bad, make themselves look better. That's just jealousy. Other sign is if they just don't show up for you when you're going through something and they're not like, what can I do to help? Instead, they just ignore you. Sometimes you may have friends that you've known for a very long time and they end up treating you this way, or they just judge everything you do. That's another red flag. And you just don't know whether you should let go of them or not, which a lot of people ask me about this. Yes, you should let them go. You should not second guess it. If you're debating in your head, should I not be friends with this person? Then you probably shouldn't be friends with them, because a good friend wouldn't make you second guess if they like you or not at all. So the next question is how to move on from toxic friends that have lasted for years. I would say they've gotten crazy enough, you probably should block them. You've like talked to them and told them like, you know, hey, we can't be friends anymore, like bye. And then they say bye and then y'all don't text again, then that's fine. But if it gets bad and they try to start a fight and all that, then block them, because that's not something that you need to be dealing with if you're trying to move on from this person. If you've known them for a while, you're probably very sad that y'all aren't friends anymore, which is definitely understandable. Just remember that even if you don't have many friends for a while, or if losing this one toxic friend means that you lose your whole friend group, that's okay, because you will find much better people. Trust me, there's always going to be somebody else that you can be friends with. It's not like that's the only fish in the sea. Kind of goes the same with moving on from relationships. You should just have peace in knowing that they've been treating you like garbage. You're definitely going to meet a better best friend. You're supposed to get this person out of your life so you can meet them, because you can't let this toxic person stop you from meeting someone that's not toxic. The black brush and then the pink and white brush. This is the toxic person. If you don't brush it out of the way, you can't meet the next person. Can't really give many tips on that, because I have had toxic friendships that I've cut off, but I've never really had to move on from them, because after I cut them off, I feel so much happier. I know you may feel sad in the moment thinking about cutting them off, but you may feel like that also. In the future, you will be much happier and you will thank yourself. Next question also kind of goes hand in hand with this. It is how to avoid drama. There's one girl in my friend group who's rude to me, but everyone else likes her. I don't know what to do. I avoid drama by not getting involved. You can choose if you get involved or not. So do not spread rumors. That's mainly how drama starts. And the way to avoid drama is to not listen to rumors. Like if there's a rumor going around about you, don't go around and try to defend yourself, because that's just starting drama. And sometimes the best thing to say is nothing at all. If someone's trying to just start beef with you for no reason, or there's someone being rude to you like this girl said, just ignore her. And sometimes you may just need to distance yourself from that person. The only thing that will happen if you try to like talk around about it is starting drama. So I would just look at the situation and kind of distance yourself from that person. How do you deal with hate comments? I honestly don't get hate comments that much, but when I do, they're often very dumb and the person can't even spell the insult right. So I usually just ignore them and delete them. I just try not to let it get to me. If it's repeatedly happening with this person, then I just block the person from commenting. Have you ever had a close friend move away? And if so, how did you cope with it? One of my best friends is moving in a few months and I don't know what to do without her. Actually, yes, I have had a close friend move away, but usually I'm I'm the one that moves away. I just try my best to stay in contact with them. I can still FaceTime and talk. It was my old neighbor Ava, and she moved like 2 years ago, but we still talk. We don't talk as much as we used to, but we are still friends and we still love each other. She was my best friend all throughout COVID because she lived 2 houses down. You guys probably remember our YouTube videos together, and if you're watching this, hi. I haven't seen her since she's moved, but we've been trying to plan to see each other again soon because she always comes down here for vacation. So it always just kind of works out. Sometimes y'all can just meet halfway and visit each other. I would just say to not worry about it and just know that you will see them again at some point. And I still see my old friends from my hometown. How did you find motivation to read your Bible every day and balance everything out with school, dance, and spending time with Jesus without getting distracted? So I obviously don't get around to reading my Bible every single day. I'm not perfect, just like everyone else. I do get unmotivated sometimes. Sometimes everything gets off balance, and that's okay. That is normal. I just try to motivate myself by making content every single time I read my Bible, but also I just get motivated by watching other YouTubers that make similar content to me. I feel like such a productive person after I watch them. Making to-do lists just keeps everything super balanced. It does take time to build up a habit, so once you start reading your Bible more and more, and limit distractions by doing it before people wake up in your house. Don't look at my phone when I'm reading my Bible. I put it across the room and I do not touch my phone because that is the #1 distraction for me, and probably for you too. I know this boy likes me and I like him, but I don't know what to do going forward. We text and he even wrote me a note, but we aren't dating yet. Ooh. Usually the boy the first move, but fun fact, I actually made the first move with my ex, even though he started liking me first. So if you know that the person likes you back, I would just kind of ask them, hey, do you want to take this further? If you want to, like, just let me know what you think. I never see the issue in girls making the first move. I wouldn't ask him out to be your boyfriend, but I would just kind of give him the idea, kind of let him consider it. I don't regret making the first move. It's like a 99% success rate if they like you back. You just gotta know that they like you back first. But if you don't know, then don't risk it. How to tell if my crush likes me when he's giving mixed signals? We were just talking about that. If he's giving you mixed signals and making you wonder if he likes you back, then he probably doesn't like you. Because if someone liked you, I feel like they wouldn't give you mixed signals. But at the same time, they could be giving so many confirmation signs that they like you back. Sometimes it's just really hard to tell. And I would really pay attention to like their body language when they're talking to you in person. If he's kind of like looking down and kind of like looking away on purpose, and you can kind of tell that their body is like, you know, they're trying to avoid you basically, that's not a good sign. But if they're facing towards you and they're not like kind of looking down, then that means that they're interested. Pay attention to how much they talk. And if they stare at you a lot when you're not looking, then that's a good sign too. What is the most embarrassing thing that's ever happened to you in public? Existing? I'm just kidding. Actually, I have been trying so hard to think of a story to answer this question to because it's such a funny question, but I literally cannot think of anything. But I'll do like a story time type of short if I ever think of something. But the next question is tips for upcoming freshmen. I would say try to always stay on top of your homework so it doesn't get super out of hand or super behind. Don't focus too much on boys. When I was a freshman, I focused a little bit too much on the guys I had a crush on. And I know it's a phase. Everyone goes through the boy crazy phase. But I would say focus on your grades rather than the guys, and your sports and your hobbies and all that stuff. And be yourself. Don't be scared to wear something that you like. I know it's scary and you want to try your hardest to fit in, but the more that you be yourself, the more real friends that you'll attract and not fake people. And again, if you're a believer, earlier you start your relationship with him, the better. How do you deal with your period while you're at dance? I have a pad on my underwear, and then I have my tights over that, and then I have my leotard, and then a pair of shorts. Usually I wear shorts because I'm scared the skirt, like usually if I have cramps, I'll take it, you know, painkillers before I leave my house, and I'll be good for the rest of the night. What are some tips for starting a YouTube channel? My camera's about to die and I'm done with my makeup, but I have made lots of videos in the past where I've talked about YouTube tips, so I'll try my best to link the most recent one in the iCard so you guys can go watch that video after this one. But the next question is, do you want to dance in college? And yes, I am planning on dancing when I'm out of high school. How do you make your makeup last longer? I actually almost forgot to put on my setting spray, but this is the setting spray I use. It's the Rare Beauty. It's like the Always and Optimus Form 1 setting mist. This stuff is my holy grail and it makes my makeup last all day. And I also use the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer before I put on my makeup too, and setting powder helps my concealer stay in place too. This is my e.l.f. HD powder. The next question is, what are your favorite places to shop? I love shopping at Target, Hollister, Edicted, Altered State, American Eagle / Aerie, Amazon, and stuff like that. Wait, there's one more question. How to look like you? Girl, how do I look like you? My friend put this question in. I want to look like you, Tatum. Anyways, that is it for this video, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Sorry the lighting is kind of bad now. It's dark outside now, basically. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and that this answered your guys' question for what you've been wondering about me, and that this gave you guys good advice. Remember that you are loved. I upload every Friday at 3 p.m. and I will see you guys then. Bye!